You see the Sweetgrass Mountains a little bit clearer today. There's still some over there that are being hidden by a fog or a cloud, but that's about the clearest I've seen since we've been here. Pretty. What a view. And we had rain about all day yesterday. Woke up to some sprinkles, but then it gradually got a little bit heavier as the day went longer. And so we hung out. Today we're gonna make our way to Havre, get a few things picked up. There will be no cutting today. This field that we're looking at had a lot of water on it from the snow melt this spring. It's pretty, looks very pretty. See, that's what happens when water gets to a wheat plant. No weeds, no thin spots, nice thick wheat. Train.
I didn't remember a range of hills here.
Oh, that's the Bear's Paw over there.
You really think so?
Yep. Interesting peak ahead of us.
City center. And if we brought the camper, maybe we went south there on 87 back there.
Looks like it might be quite a train hub.
Well, you know, I think for this part of the region, it is the town.
Welcome to the pride of the High Line. Havre. Well, there's a pawn shop, Jim.
There's another place I could kill the time then.
Ben Franklin Gifts, Crafts. That's still open? Well, that's crazy.
I wouldn't bet on it being open.
It says open. There's a 4B's.
was hunting rabbits along the river here, and he had heard tales of when BNSF was coming through building their railroad and diverting the Milk River, this river through here.
Yep.
They had found just mounds of bones and a lot of organic debris.
Buffaloes off the jump, and that was it, which everybody would have known about that. So this is something a little different. This is like an older, way older deal.
It's a bit older. So this site actually dates from 2,000 years ago to 350. To section them off, that group off from the herd, and then they would come to line cairns in a funnel system to drive them off the areas of this cliff they wanted them.
But this isn't much of a cliff.
That's because the mall was built. So this site was found in 1961. It was not protected until 1973, and the mall was built in 1962.
Oh.
So they bulldozed a lot of dirt over the side, as well as the highway did.
Why do you suppose they weren't driving them over the cliff in 1800?
It's hard to say because we don't actually know why specifically these sites were abandoned, because there were two known group dismissals, for lack of a better. They wouldn't get too close to bison because bison can toss you easier than anything.
So this is original. This is original.
This is original. So when
Wow.
I mentioned that these are non-sterile sites, that means they were left as they are. They're open to public view. They're not recreations.
Wow.
It's very well preserved. We're very lucky on that front. So this was the main kill site for the first two groups of people that came to the area, and a little bit of the third that finished out Native involvement here. This was, there is some evidence of Basant kills happening in this area of the hill, but it's much more focused on the Avonlea and the Old Women's Complex. The Basant peoples were here from 2,000 years ago to 1,750 from 1,350 years before present to 900 years ago. And they are probably the second had accumulated and seeing which ones were seemed sickly or not up to par or not necessary. Because even that which was not used by the native peoples didn't go to waste in the way a lot of waste is considered now when it comes to food sources, because it still would have been used by, and you can actually see it spreading along this chunk of the wall.
Right.
That is actually blood that has pooled so aggressively from a massive pile of unprocessed bison in that area that it just infused everything with iron and that coppery color. And we can actually tell that there was meat left on the bones. The third one we'll be visiting was the main Basant kill layer, which you can tell the processing versus the kills by the sheer size of the bones, which when you look between the bottom and the top layer, it's fairly obvious. Because when they were killing, they weren't on site cracking the bones open to collect marrow or really harvesting every sinew. They were more, ripping and tearing and dragging. But when we...
Well, it's just fun. You can video me because I know I won't hit it.
Very, very few people do it very well on their first try, so there's no expectations. And get as close as you like.
Yeah, I snuck up on him.
Yeah, you did sneak up on him. Yeah.
Bison friend. Hey! And it's just going to rest in the divot. And you want to hold it as close to the end as possible, and then just have really firm follow through where you want this back end pointing forward by the end of that velocity.
Okay.
There. Hey! It's stuck very well. That is the loudest guy.
Sneak up on him a little bit too.
I say go for it. He's very accommodating.
Oh, that's harder than it looks.
It really is. It's very much getting the muscle memory of it.
Well, how they would ever pierce a buffalo hide.
They would have had to have been some really strong warriors.
Oh yeah, I mean, they could get real buff.
One more time.
Go for it.
I'm not doing it correctly because I'm pulling it down. I can feel it instead of going straight across like they probably did.
Yeah.
Like you did.
In that it actually shows a lot of the archaeological process through the stakes and the archaeological tags that we'll be able to talk about in a little bit, but also because of the roasting pit feature that we have in here. So this is the Old Women's Complex. This would have been right at the end of their tenure in the area that this top one was erected. So the roasting pit was built by digging a large pit, and then you would line it with wood or buffalo chips or dried bison poop, and then cover it with thick rocks. So these pits were all
one of the number one, it's not very big, the Highwood Bench, but it's one of the highest producing wheat places in the state. So we helped them for a solid month.
I would like to take that train.
Me too.
It's so fun. I went once when I was a little kid. I've been meaning to go again because I have some friends in Fargo.
And anything else?
Well, I guess we'll grab a couple sodas.
You want that with the food or no?
I'll just take mine.
I'll take mine.
later.
What do you want? They got regular Coke.
I'm just gonna have a Coke. Where did that bell come from?
What?
A school?
The original fort, how do you say it? Siboney? What?
A Cinnabon.
The original fort in Assiniboine chapel/school bell. I thought it was Assaboni.
So if you ever make to Havre, make sure you look this museum up and the buffalo jump. You are in for a real treat. And tell Caroline we sent you. We had 2 rain days and not even sure if they're going to be able to get started tomorrow. I'm going to guess they'll try it at least. But as far as Jim and I, we will be leaving south to Highwood again tomorrow, so we are done with our wheat cutting experience for 2023. He's just gathering the things up that he left in the truck in the tractor the other night. Hopefully we'll get back up here next summer and we can be back in the wheat fields of Montana. Hey, Jim and I really hope that you enjoyed today's daily update. If you did, why don't you give it a thumbs up for us? We'd like to know that. And be sure to hit the subscription button and the bell notification so that you know when the next video is up and ready to watch. Thank you, and we're so glad you're along with us for the journey.